Hey, good day, humans on Earth. This is Topher Gray along with
Iowa Rockwell.
And this is the Stupid Box Podcast, where we talk about thinking outside the box of the box you are thinking outside of. I'll let you think about it. Episode 51. 51. I wonder if we pissed some people off last week because we did a no call no show.
Did a no call no show.
no warning, no
Bueller,
no nothing.
Bueller.
I was like, the way things are gonna work today, it's not gonna work today. Because you were having technical issues, and then my timing issues were off, and I'm just like,
you know, the way my bank account was set up, I'm gonna have to move.
But last week I for some reason too, I had a feeling. I'm like, something's gonna happen today where it's not gonna work. I had like a feeling just when I woke up, just the whole vibe of my vacation week was just kind of like a little. It was a little off, but I'm not saying that's why we missed. You know, there was just some little bumps on the road. There was bumps on the road.
But it was 50, so it was a clean break. You know what I'm saying? We took a break at 50.
We took a break at 50, and I thought about that too. I'm like, this is a clean break, and I don't know if I mentioned last week, but we were supposed to have a guest this week, but due to more, a
little quarantine unexpectedness.
Yeah, just scheduling. I guess it's being postponed to episode 52. So
okay.
Well, for the audience, we'll have a guest next week. This should be fun. And before I forget, shout outs to the audience.
Shout out to the audience.
Yeah, man. But as far as updates, that's my update. We got a guest next week.
Guest next week,
so
man.
So tune in. But I cut you off. My bad. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna ask, man. So how was vacation, staycation, quarantinecation? I don't know what you want to call it.
It was
Corncation.
I'm with it, man.
Can I you know what I'm saying? Can I coin that term right now? I haven't heard anybody say it.
That's
so
you, man.
I went on a corncation.
Corncation.
Hearing it right here first.
Corncation,
man. We coining that.
Yeah, that's yours, man. And I'm gonna make sure people know that came from you. I'm like Iowa said.
I promise I've never heard that anywhere.
Corncation. Yeah.
But how was it, man? I mean, I know you didn't go anywhere yourself.
No, well, I stood in. I kind of had some things planned to do like locally. It was good. You know what? I really like this time because usually if I go out of I'm not gonna say that either. I never fuck with time like that on vacation. So I'm just usually I wake up when I want to wake up, which is not happening because of the baby.
Right. That's
but I'm not on a time schedule. I'm like, I get there when I get there. I'll do it when I do it.
Right.
That's kind of how I treat vacation. It's not like, oh, we got to get here on time. And I told my wife up front, like, really, I'm not really trying to be anywhere on time. I'm not trying to do anything on time, except except the baby did get baptized. Shout outs to that.
Okay.
For all you religious freaks, she got baptized.
How was, man? So I saw that and I was gonna add, but you know how we usually do, man. I saw it and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna hit him up. I'm just gonna wait to actually bring out the authentic conversation. How was that?
It was different, I guess. I mean,
because
it wasn't something that we agreed fully on. I had like this thing where I'm like, why are we baptizing her? At least wanted the baby baptized, and I'm not religious at all. I'm like, why can't we just make that a thing where she has to decide when she's older? That's what I want to do. Like, let her decide if she wants to be baptized. Like, this is kind of selfish of. But then I get it. Like, somebody kind of explained to me, since Elise is religious, I guess, like, if God forbid something was to happen to the baby, she'll be going to heaven, you know?
Right. Now, I totally agree with your stance. You know what I'm saying? 1,000%. I mean, that's how I was raised. That was my dad's thought process when he raised me. So like that's just what I believe in. But I also understand Elise's stance, and I say this honestly because I know she's like, she is involved and she is kind of religious. It's not like it's just something she does on like a Christmas or something,
Yeah.
So I know she's on that level. So it's like, okay, I do find it odd when people baptize their children right away without them really being involved in the church, as it's just like something we're supposed to do or something they're supposed to do,
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you don't even really go to church.
Yeah. At least,
you just came this year for a baptism. I guess. But
and at least goes to church.
She does. That's what I'm saying. She's involved. This is like part of her lifestyle. So I understand.
I kind of like agreed to like partake, but not really partake. Because everything he asked, when he would say parents, he would directly look at Elise and she would do all the answering.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I didn't want to be a rude Jude either.
Yeah, no, that's parenting. You know what I mean? That's quality parenting right there.
Yeah, but hold on. Speaking of parenting, let me go get this nugget.
Young Space.
Yeah,
Young Space.
Let me go get her. Hold on, give me 2 seconds.
You got it.
I'm back.
Yes, sir.
I got her here in the packing place, so she should be able just to do what she wants and hopefully not throw a tantrum. But
so
back to what we were saying.
And I ask because, and outside of that, that's kind of like the normal conversation, right, with baptism and babies. But like, it's a pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So like, were there people at church?
Yeah, I guess you can invite up to like a certain 8 people, so it was just kind of like family,
All right. I mean, churches are. I mean, it's big enough where you can fit.
Yeah,
people that are spread out. That's fine.
Everybody was spread out. At least kind of really arranged that, man.
But was it open to the public? Like the
no.
Okay.
It was private. It was real quick.
It was a private baptism.
Yeah, it was very quick. It was like
because they're usually just during mass, right, or like after, before, one or the other.
Yeah, it's usually like that, and it's a process, and then it's like multiple people getting baptized. It was just us and the baby. It was, and then it was quick. We're in and out. It's just I don't know. I just wasn't really down with the whole, you could see it in my posture too. Like when I'm in the pictures, I'm just really slouchy. Yeah. I'm just kind of like, get me out of here.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but so we did that. We I don't want to stay too much on that because I don't want to piss anybody off. I don't know who's listening, man. I don't want to upset people, man.
Or you do. So on to the next part of the quarantation.
We did some Starved Rock. We did some hiking.
Okay.
I got some of that done.
That's what's up. I know you said you wanted to get out there and do that. Was it a lot of people out there? Was it a decent amount? I mean, I saw a lot of people actually, I think, go to Starved Rock.
Yeah, it wasn't packed. I mean, there was people on the trails, but it wasn't like as packed. It wasn't bad.
It was comfortable. comfortable enough, you know.
Yeah,
where it's like, all right, I feel comfortable walking around here and just enjoying myself.
Wear your mask, you know what I'm saying? Obviously be mindful to other people, social distancing. They were kind of respectful and shit. It wasn't people just wilding like Wisconsin. Cool. Everybody on the beach throwing like water at each other. It wasn't none of that
you
going
feel like
on.
If you're going to go to a state park, you're like, oh, you got some sense of responsibility already, like kind of so.
Yeah.
You got some sense over here, too.
It kind of worked out. And then, hold on. I'm gonna dive into our next topic since we're on topic, right?
Bars.
A lot of TV, lot of movies, lot of shows, a lot of that was going on. I was,
okay.
but nothing. New
shows or just a lot of old watching, a lot of reruns, a lot of rewatching stuff, classics.
A lot of old movies, a lot of.
Old movies for the first time though?
No.
Okay.
No. It was like a lot of this. Like, since my brother-in-law was in town, I'm like, did you see this movie? All right, let's watch this. It was a lot of that. A lot of Midnight Gospel. I keep watching that shit. I don't get, because you know what the thing with that show, is that I'm always catching something new every time I watch that shit. Like, how the fuck did I miss this? I
definitely have to keep watching it. I mean, I've watched it probably twice now, but I'm definitely just gonna keep watching it.
Yeah, it's good. It's very good. I watched that a lot. I watched that hella lot, like a lot. And just a lot of TV, man. Just interviews. YouTube. What's on YouTube?
Yeah. What's the best? All right, so to bounce back, you said you and your brother-in-law sitting on the couch bullshit and going back and forth movies or whatever throughout the week.
Yeah.
What was the best old movie that you guys watched? Whichever one that you threw it out there, but the best one that you said back, damn, that was the best one we watched this week.
I made him watch Paris Blues. And I told him how I felt about it. I'm like, I'm kind of upset that
that's not an old movie though, right?
Very old.
That just came out.
60s.
Wait, Paris Blues, yeah.
60s, black and white.
You told me about that one. You told me about that one.
And I'm like, I'm upset that I didn't watch this earlier in life. And I told him, I'm like, this is probably gonna crank my top 10 of all time. And we watched that, and he loved it. He woke up the next day, he's like, dude, I couldn't stop thinking about that movie. Like, it was a pretty fucking good movie. I was like, yeah, it was real good.
Where was it at? What platform you watch that one on?
YouTube does have it, but I got all these. I'm a pirate. You know how I get on my movies, man. Yeah.
Oh man.
I have it. I own it. I own that movie,
man.
Yeah.
Plug.
So so we watched a lot of movies like that way, and I watched a lot of I don't know if this is considered a movie, but like screensavers. Like YouTube has these screensavers, HD. Like
it just said, I watched. I don't know if this is considered a movie. Screensavers. I'm gonna answer for the people and say no. Screensavers are not considered movies.
I would sit here for the baby be passed out, and I'm just staring at a drone going over Hawaii and through the mountains, and I'm just kind of I
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm just like,
he
what?
said screensavers. He's watching the damn Microsoft Windows cube bounce back and forth 20 times.
It's just weird shit. I'm just staring. I'm like, all right, man, I want to go here next. And so a lot of that, man, a lot of that shit too. For some reason, that kind of sets the vibe.
That's funny. That is hilarious.
And then we're talking about movies. I was about to dive off topic and shit. I was gonna finish talking about this crazy week I had.
Go ahead, man.
But it's just been a lot of movies, and even life in itself was like watching a fucking movie.
Yeah, ain't that the truth, right?
They had a social distance for Lisa's mom, like a party, and I was just sitting back with popcorn, just watching that shit, dog. We were like at a picnic. You know, they came by. You know, the cars did one of those honk things.
Okay.
I stood away from that, kind of. You know,
you didn't like I don't want to receive the energy of the honk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know, people actually just came out and did like their social distance conversation. And I'm just sitting back with popcorn, like, man, the world is very weird right now. Look what the fuck is going on, you know. So that is another movie I watched. Weird shit going on in reality.
That's funny.
Yeah,
man.
but
that's funny, man.
Yeah, I mean this week has just been a lot of TV watch. But you know what? In general, like with the whole pandemic and all the shit that's going on, I just been watching a lot of shows.
Yeah.
How about you? I know you were telling me yesterday you were getting your.
Right. Getting the Seinfeld on, starting it back over from season 1 for the hell of it.
How many times do you think you watched it total?
Oh man, at least including all the times I've seen reruns just on TV. Man, I mean, I would say at least 5 to 7. 5 to 7 is probably like at least, and then a realistic might be about 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've seen episodes I know I've seen episodes at least 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So then it's like that 7, 8. Like, man, have I seen this 7 or 8 times? Maybe, but it's like at least 5 or 6 times I've seen each episode. I'd say, yeah. How about you?
Ooh, I don't know, man. I do not, because I do watch it every day. I at least watch one episode every day since.
Yes, yeah. See, I watch about one episode a day because it comes out. It's like perfect timing when I get home. Actually,
I remember when I completed the set when I bought them all.
Yeah,
that's all I would watch 24/7. Like once once 9 was done, I'll go right back to 1.
Right, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's hot, and it was like that for a very long time. It was like that for a very long, and it's still kind of like that with Seinfeld. Seinfeld is top.
Yeah, so I just started running it back the other day, so I'm midway through season 2. So because it's a short first season, on 5 or 6 episodes, 5 episodes, I think.
Anything new?
Been what have I been watching that's new? I've the Midnight Gospel.
Yeah.
I've been watching some of the hoop documentaries. Kid from Coney Island. Documentary about Starbury, Stephon Marbury.
I heard about that. Is that on Netflix?
That's on Netflix, man, and that was pretty legit, man.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm going to watch it today. I'm watching that shit. I heard about it.
That was actually like super legit. I was surprised how much I enjoyed it, and I don't know why. I just didn't know how good it was gonna be, or like what kind of story they were gonna tell. Or because whenever it comes to a documentary, it always takes one like angle towards how they're gonna tell the story. So I didn't know how they were gonna go, but yeah, man, Stephon Marbury is a real one.
Yeah, I would like to see it because I got questions behind some of the stuff he was doing.
And they dug deep, and they dug. They dug into a little bit of everything and shit. Into like even when he was going a little nuts and he was off his rocker.
That's what I want to know about.
They dug into that. Okay. They dug into that a little bit. I didn't know what I didn't know literally before this documentary. I knew that he had he had good genes when it comes to hooping. I knew that because Telfair was his cousin. I just knew the Lord, Stephon Marbury, got hoopers in his family. I didn't know that his older brothers, all 3 of them were stars, played D1, were all supposed to be going pro until something happened to all of them.
Oh shit.
So so it was just oh shit, no wonder and then to see everything.
I remember when he first came in the league too, man. He was a hot commodity, dog.
I didn't know that him and KG, so Kevin Garnett used to go to his crib out in Coney Island when they were in tournaments and stuff and AAU teams, and they would play together, and he would go to Marbury's crib and just kick it at his crib with his family and brothers, and he knew them. So that's why KG pushed for Marbury to get traded on draft day to come to Minnesota because he wanted to play with his boy.
Yeah. Damn. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. It was
do they talk about this? Because this was pretty big at the time. Real huge. And one.
Oh, major, bro, major.
Yeah.
They talk about how big he was for getting the And One tattoo and signing with And One. They talk about, and it struck me because he was trying to do what people are talking about now, where it's all like, we got to break this capitalist system down. You know what I'm saying? It's just not good. And then he's out here trying to sell $30 sneakers because people can afford them. And he's a star in the NBA, and he's got And One, but he was getting ragged down for it.
Did you ever rock And-Ones?
The shoes, no. I didn't have any shoes. I had plenty of gear.
Yeah? I'm trying to remember if I had shoes. I don't think I had shoes either, but I think
I might have
had the cutoffs. Remember when the cutoffs were in?
I had a couple cutoffs. I had some And One shorts forever, but you know what the main problem was with like his shoes specifically that I saw? I'm like, they looked like $30 shoes.
Yeah, they did.
If not $20 shoes. Like, they looked like a cheap gym shoe. So it's like, if they would have put a little bit more time into designing this shoe, they still could have got it sold for $30, but it would have been a better design and actually looked good, and they could have pushed it. Like, it looked like a very plain, like, you're only paying $30, so here's something to put on your foot, right? Like, nah, I want something that looks okay, which they could have done.
Yeah,
they didn't do though. That was the biggest downfall with that.
And you would think $30, the technology on it, they probably hurt too. No. Weren't $30
I don't know,
shoes?
because it's And One. I don't think so, because shoes could be made for that.
But I mean, but then they had those And One mixtapes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, look in shoes in general, right? A shoe costs how much to make, and they sell it for how much. So if you only want $10 profit, then you can sell everything for under $50. If you want $100 profit, then you got to sell these shoes for $129. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's all about how much you want to make off the people shit like that.
They're gonna make profit regardless.
And One was a street brand, so they were like, we're here for the people. We are the people.
Did those guys wear And Ones on those videos? I don't remember.
Not all of them. No, I doubt it.
All right,
because they were out there just hoopers.
Those
you can't tell.
Those mixtapes were fucking.
Those mixtapes were bananas.
Yeah, I remember. Like, do you remember like how to get your hands on those mixtapes back in the day? You would have to go like to Foot Locker, and they would run out quick. Like, hey, you guys got that And One mixtape? Man,
I had a couple.
We sold out.
A couple. I gotta check my mom's basement to see if I still got those VHSs, because I had a couple of them.
Yeah, I remember I bought some And One apparel, and I was able to get one of the mixed. It was a DVD at the time, I think. They were like, "Yo, you get this DVD with the shirt." I'm like, "Word? Damn, I've been trying to get with this shit." Yeah, that was a good time, man. No, nothing nostalgic to that degree, like on your vacation of things you watch. Because I think I might have watched on my vacay Skate TV.
Skate TV.
Yeah, SK with the number 8 TV. Yeah, Nickelodeon. That's an old TV show where I forget that actor's name. He played he was in Scooby-Doo. He played Shaggy.
Skate TV. I don't think I remember that show.
He was the host. I forget his name. Fuck.
Yeah, I don't remember that show.
Yeah, it was a TV show about skateboarders. That's when like Tony Hawk was
I remember Legends of the Hidden Temple.
I think I remember that too with the slime.
No, that was Double Dare.
No, but
Double Dare.
There was another one.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. I mean, a lot of them had slime. Right? We can go into a deep hole just talking about Nickelodeon and Disney shows, involving slime.
Yeah, but didn't the Hidden Temple was kind of like the same idea, right? Like a game kind of maze thing.
Yeah. It was like you had to run through this big maze, and it was like a Mayan temple, Aztec temple. Yeah.
There was no slime. There was no slime in that one.
There might have been. I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm sure there was. It was a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
Almost all of them included slime somewhere.
I remember that one. I remember Double Dare very clearly. Like, I remember watching both of those.
I remember the show where you had to play the game. Well, like, what was it? Where they were the kids, and they went and they chose their game of their choice. And they had to play that to beat the high score. And, like, compete against each other.
Damn,
and then you actually had to like go play the game yourself. Like, you were the character in the game and you were hitting stuff and getting points. Fuck, what was that game? People, if you out here, man, shoot me a text, send us an email.
Yeah, I don't remember. You got me there. I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember. You got me over here wanting to Google it now.
Yeah, that was
fuck.
That was a good one. But back to the TV. I did watch. So I watched the Kid from Coney Island. And then they sent me on like a documentary trip for hoops. So I watched the Allen Iverson documentary, which was crazy as hell.
Netflix?
Yes. I believe that was on Netflix as well, man. That shit was dope.
How am I missing all of this?
Wow, that AI doc was dope, man. It like that one hit home. It was so simple. Like it's so clear how he was set up and how all his wrongdoings and everything was just like so clear what was being done. And then Iverson's a real ass dude. Like,
oh yeah,
Iverson doesn't hold back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and he doesn't care.
He doesn't,
and he never has. But then you see it, and you see, the doc shows you like, oh, this dude has never not been who he was ever.
I was a very big Allen Iverson fan, like very
huge,
big, like Georgetown big. All the shit, all the shit he was.
I remember. My bad. I remember Surf told me one time, he's like, man, you know what? The NBA is going to try to blackball Iverson. And I think for a while, like, I'm sorry, I don't think he said blackball, but he said they're like going to kind of like brush him off history where he's just going to be one of the guys that doesn't get brought around during promotional tour. You know what I'm talking about? When it's like, oh, bring back the old stars, he's just not going to be the ones that gets the call. Like,
so check this out.
And I think he rebranded himself in a couple ways.
He did, but you think that was, well, it could have been the NBA, or you think that's just him saying, I don't really fuck with these people? Because I could picture him
as far as fuck with the NBA.
Yeah, like he seems like.
But I think
because you can't. The thing is, you can't. That's Allen Iverson, dog. You can never forget about him. It's almost impossible for not one person to say, "Hey, what about Allen Iverson?"
It is right, but if 100 years go by and the NBA never says anything, and it's only us people talking,
yeah,
we're not going to be able to talk much.
Yeah.
So like it gets thinner and thinner. So the yeah, you can always go back and look, right? But if it's not getting promoted,
I would be so upset. I would be so fucking
but pissed. I can see it. I think him coming back to Philly that last year, just like humbling himself a little bit more.
Yeah.
Understanding, going,
Because I see him as a loner, too, for some reason. I see him just kind of like really not fucking with people, but his people. Like, yo, these are my guys. This is my family. Like, the NBA shit, I made my money, and I'm back, doing me. I don't know. That's how he comes off, but I haven't seen the doc. You know more than me.
It was dope, man.
I'm going to see it. Damn, I got a lot of
I went into like the rabbit hole of hoop docs, because then after that I was like, damn, I felt nostalgic. I'm like, I gotta watch Hoop Dreams again.
Oh shit! So
I watched Hoop Dreams.
You've been having a good pandemic playlist there, man. You're gonna have to share me some of that, man.
Yeah,
some of those docs.
I watched Hoop Dreams, and and I've seen that doc probably at least 10 times. Like I own it on DVD. Chicago shit, Chicago kids. I hooped against Arthur Agee.
Okay.
In a couple tournaments, a couple leagues. And it's just one of those, man, where it's like, damn, looking back on it and seeing, because the footage wasn't coming from a Hollywood studio. And it wasn't even coming from like Hollywood directors like going to film this major documentary. It wasn't even supposed to be this documentary.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a very short, piece
that
like turned into this. So like to see all the footage they got, to see how people weren't portrayed.
I don't remember. Is that the one that was shot in Cabrini Green?
Yeah.
That's Hoop Dreams, right? Yeah. It was about two guys?
Yeah, with William Gates and Arthur Agee.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one from the shot.
I seen that one like in the 90s, dog, and that was the last time I seen it.
Wow, you should watch that one again.
I am. And you know what? Not that I think about like back then, when I was like in 7th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, I would play like basketball and for my grammar school, and my coach was such a good coach, right? He would make us watch these documentaries and all kinds of old footage, old NBA movies, and I remember me rebelling against that shit because I wanted to hoop. I'm young, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
I'm not trying to sit here and watch this TV.
Yeah, so a lot of these movies that he made us watch, gems like that, I would never go back because I'm like, man, I felt like it was almost torture, and I never like.
He was trying to.
I never touched.
He was trying to put you on game.
Yeah, he did though, because we had to watch it, but it was like all this unconscious shit going on in my head like later on, where I'm like, oh shit, that's because of the shit that I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go back and watch that one. I feel shitty that there's a lot of shit that I didn't go back and watch because I was upset.
Yeah, Hoop Dreams is a classic, man. I love it. It's very real, very genuine. You know what I'm saying? It's no sugarcoating because There was no guarantee. I mean, they were. It's just crazy actually. The thing, like 20 years ago, man, they're filming these kids in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So they follow their whole high school years, their whole high school journey. Like to film an 8th grader in Cabrini Green in, you know what I'm saying, the early 90s.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. In the west side of Chicago, going to like that's crazy shit. So I think it's footage that should be appreciated, man, by everybody, because it shows some real life.
Here, since we're on topic, let me ask you this. During pandemic, there's a lot of ups, there's a lot of lows, there's a lot of lefts, there's a lot of rights. There's just a big ball of just all types of shit going on. What makes you feel good? Like a show or movie where like, man, I gotta watch this. This kind of makes me go like, ah. Like, what movie makes you feel good? There's gotta be a movie that when you play it, you just forget about everything. You smile. It just takes you back to like a very happy place.
Yeah, let me think about it for you. Do you have one on deck?
I was thinking about this yesterday when I was running. I was actually gonna leave this as a tweet or something.
Okay.
Whenever I'm not feeling good, I play Home Alone.
Home Alone.
The first one. That shit. To me, that's just a real feel good kind of cheesy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one definitely that and Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2.
Those two movies, when I play them, it's just kind of like a huge pat on the back. Like, it feels like those movies hug me. Like I'm being hugged by those movies.
I'd have to think. I don't know.
You don't have like a movie that just makes you feel good. Like as soon as you play, you're like, ah, I feel good. I'm happy.
I don't know if I do. I don't know if I do.
Get out of here! You serious, man?
I mean, off the top, I'm trying to think, and nothing. I mean,
no.
I mean,
you might not have one. You might not have one.
Yeah, I have movies I like. I really enjoy. One that just, I mean, I know. If I watch one, it'll hit me. But I mean, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I got another one. House Party 2.
House Party 2.
That's another one. When I watch House Party 2, I feel very good. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm feeling like happy. Like I don't know, it's something about I don't know if it's the color.
I know I have some, so I'm trying to think, right? Because I know I can sit down and like, oh yeah, this movie, I feel good watching this movie.
Yeah, House Party.
I know
House Party 2 is another one that every time I play it, I'm like, oh man, this feels good. This shit feels. Is
it just the bringing you back to an era, bringing you back to a time?
No, because I don't. No, because I don't remember the era of House Party because I was pretty young. Okay. But I remember always watching it like later on in life. But it's just something about that movie that just makes me like, man, like it just puts a smile to my face. I don't know. It makes me laugh. I'm laughing through the whole fucking movie to this day. Every time I watch that shit, I'm laughing at the same exact parts. Like, you know, the fact that, you know, like Kid and Play was there, they just looked like they just wanted to have a good time. Like, that's it. Like, yo, man, I just want to fucking dance and shit. So, I don't know.
So it's funny. Out of like the 3-4 movies you mentioned, 2 of them are part 2s.
Yeah, weird, right?
Back to the Future 2 and House Party 2. But Home Alone is a part 1.
Home Alone's part 1. Now, I like Home Alone 2, and that's where it stops for me.
That's where that was a clear, precise statement.
Yeah. That's because I know they got like a few. I know they got like a few after that, and I like 1 and 2 a lot. But something about 1 just kind of like it's. I don't know. I play it. I'm like, wow, this is a very Chicago Christmassy movie that kind of makes me feel fuzzy inside. I kind of like that, even though I'm not religious, and you know all that shit like comes into play. Like it just, it's just a fun movie.
It's an underrated, it's a highly underrated movie in general, but highly underrated Chicago-based movie, Adventures in Babysitting.
That's another one. That would probably be...
That's up there. Now I'm thinking about I always like that movie. Like that movie's just good.
It's a good movie.
And
that might be yours.
It might be, man. It's a great movie.
Yeah, that's a real good movie, man. And
it's definitely underrated, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if I have any issues with that. Why would that crack my top? I know why, because it got kind of dark. Like there's a part in that movie where it got dark. Like kids got like kidnapped.
It's called Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah, but there was some.
That's
there was
the adventure.
Yeah, but it got real dark. I was like, man, are they gonna kill? But then they had times where it was like real good, like when they're in the blues club and they're playing the blues and shit. I'm like, okay. And then it got dark again, and it was up and down. It was up and down. But Back to the Future 1, I like it.
Yeah.
I like 3. Mine's is 2, 1, 3 in that order. House Party, I love 1, but I love 2 even more. And that's where and at 3, I'm kind of like on the fence with it. And I know they have a few after that I've never seen. But 2 was cool. I really like 2. I really like 2.
I haven't seen the House Parties in probably I can't. The last time I seen a House Party movie had to have been at least, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. I haven't seen one in a minute.
They're still good, man.
I believe it. Like a commercial came on for House Party recently, and like my wife, she was like, she never saw him, and she saw Martin in it. She's like, he's in it. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
Oh man, then. 1 and 2's real good, man. Like that. Yeah. That's kind of like, oh, it's so good, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. You guys should watch it, man. Whenever you catch it, or if you need me to email it to you, I'll email it. I got those on deck
I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to just. You got my hard drive. I'm just gonna have to have you load it up.
Yeah.
You got the external.
Yeah.
Just gonna have you load it up during this quarantine.
I'm looking at it. It's down there. Yeah. It's down there. Oh, it's still like packaged up too.
Yeah, just have you load it up with the good stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I could do that. And you could just plug it onto your TV. That's kind of what I do. I put all my favorite movies on my hard drive, and it stays plugged onto the TV up until I see a movie, like a new one, where I'm like, I need to own this. Like, I need to have this on demand whenever I need it.
See, so I got to figure out. I got a projector about a couple weeks ago.
Ooh.
So I've been rocking with the projector a lot.
Does it have a USB?
Outside, inside. It's got like 3 USBs. So I'm like, yo, now that you're saying, I was like, yeah, I might read right off the right off there.
Yeah, load it up, man, and just watch great movies, man. But I've been watching those 3 I named. I've watched those a few times because there's been times where I've been like sleep deprived and I want to cry. And I need a feel good. I need a pick me upper, and I'm just like Home Alone.
Oh, you know? Feel good.
Yeah.
I just need that one that's gonna brighten my day.
Yeah, man. But hold on. Where we at?
Getting Zen with Topher Gray.
Getting Zen.
Zened out.
This is our Zened out segment, and how quickly I jump off topic from like movies, and then but we started talking about feel good.
That's true. So I was like, I don't know where he's going. You're like, hold on for a second.
Yeah, we're talking about feel good and things to make us feel good, and this is my segment, man, where I kind of tapped into myself a lot. Health-wise, mental health, and the stuff that can really play on your mental health. And I'm going to talk about it, man.
Okay.
I don't think I touched down on this. Diets. Yes.
So.
Yes.
I agree.
That is, and that really helps conscious, dog, like your mind, dog. Like, look, man, I slipped off this vacation week, and I've been eating and drinking a lot, and not a lot as far as portions, just things I'm not really accustomed doing. Right. And I'm all fucked up, man. Yeah. I'm trying to, like, right now, today is I'm starting to get back on track. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to feel better. But
what did it have you feeling, like lethargic or just kind of tired or drained?
All of the above. All of the above.
Check all the boxes, please.
Yeah. And then I noticed it started messing with like my mental. I couldn't really like focus, man. I was just all over the place, man. So that's my
what
tip.
Did you add?
Eat good.
What did you add to your diet? that like
well, no, what did
set your body off?
Sugar.
Sugar, that's what it was.
Sugar, refined
OD'd
sugar.
on.
Yeah, chocolate.
OD'd on sugar,
chocolate, wine, sweet wines, just all kind of sugar, man.
Of course.
Cake, just sugar, and.
You said I think you said cake like twice. Pretty sure.
Cake, chocolate,
cake, chocolate, wine, sugar, wine, cake, wine.
And too, another thing too is like the timing of it, like eating late night, those kind of things, and doing it before bed, and then and then I can't sleep after that because of the sugar. It's just all bad, man. It's all bad.
It's all bad, man.
Bad. And my advice to
it's all fucked up now.
Yeah, my advice for the people listening, like, yo, what are we getting off this Zen conversation? Eat good, man. It would make you move a little bit more different in life. Because when I
believe that.
Yeah, because when I'm eating clean and I'm doing the things I'm supposed to, it's I feel like I'm just a better human.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. That definitely makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Diet is important, man. Not even just for weight loss, just for you know what I'm saying? Not even just for weight loss.
Just for everything. It's just the thing that everybody that's gonna start zenning out in the upcoming time should be doing. We should all be just eating good. That's it, man. We should be eating good, man. But segments don't stop.
This is the Rockwell Report.
Yes, sir. So, as we continue to keep it rolling, summer. It's crazy. It's already mid to late July. It feels like summer's about to be over before it even started. You know what I'm saying? In a weird way. But 2020's got weird energy because. March was so long ago, and January was forever, and Kobe died this year, and that doesn't even seem real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's got weird energy, but to keep it moving, one of the next big steps, right, in America and in the world is school years are about to start back up. So, what are we gonna do, man? What are people supposed to do with their children? What are local,
so
you know what I'm saying? What are local school districts and school officials supposed to decide on? You know what I'm saying? At a time, I keep thinking this, at a time when you need actual leaders, people who can lead, not just a boss, not just somebody with a title, someone who can lead, whether they're the leader or not. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps falling flat on its face almost every time. It
does.
Our Secretary of Education is oh, we're not going to do it. We're going to leave it up to them. And then the next person's, we're going to leave it up to them. And it's
what,
sad to see, man.
Now would be the time to change this stuff. Just having 30 kids in a class. Now would be, because when you have 30 kids in a class, that's not good teaching. You're not teaching.
Right.
You know? So now's the time to change that.
It's a difficult task to teach 30 different kids at once.
I was never a big fan of that. But now is the time to change that and be okay, we're not going to have that many people in a class, and we're not going to sit everybody all next to each other, and just be more, having more sanitary shit going on, mandatory, clean your hands, make sure you grab a wipe. I haven't been to schools now, so I don't know what they carry, but I don't remember those hand sanitizer pumps in my school.
No, I'm sure they're going to be everywhere now.
Yeah,
because they're being installed everywhere. You're not seeing where I work at.
But even if changing education, be okay, now we're going to teach you guys.
I believe you.
Now we're going to teach you guys history, real history, how shit should be. Just changing everything, man. Now would be the time to change the whole system.
It is right. That is the time. But unfortunately, that's the problem. They're just trying to push ahead with the status quo and let's just get back to normal. Let's get back to doing what we need to do. Kids need to be in schools. Don't let the science stop them from being in schools.
Yeah.
They listen to this and think about it. Right when the president and all the heads say, don't let the science stop the kids from being in schools. where they can go learn science. Shit doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make
go
no
learn
sense.
a subject, but when you get to be us, you don't have to listen to that subject anymore. Like it's idiocracy at its finest. But it's also sad, man, because all it's going to do is, it's going to bring, because people can't afford. That's the problem. The government's not helping people stay off of work, so people can't afford to keep their children home.
Yeah.
Whether they want to or not, they just can't afford to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Parents look up to schools for that reason.
Right.
It has nothing to do with like learning, or it's like, look, go do what you got to do. I got to go to work. This is the only place I can do it. There's a lot.
How the society works. Yeah. Like if my kid doesn't have to leave the house for school, if I don't send him anywhere for school, I can't go to work because I have to be here with the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old. Like, I can't just leave them here.
I'll tell you what, man. I want to be excited to see what goes on in school, as far as, like high schools even. When kids are kids have a lot to intake. I mean,
I got a couple friends who are teachers, man, and I see them post and stuff, and I see their, because there's so many questions. Like, all right, what's the it's like, really, what is the plan though? Like, if one student gets sick, then what happens? Does that all the kids in that classroom, do they now have to quarantine because they were in a classroom with the sick kid and that teacher?
Yeah.
And then is that teacher, like, how far does that spread? Does the family, like, is that even what policies are in place? So I think,
because school's disgusting, man.
Teachers are having to worry about a lot more than they already do, and they're already underpaid as is, and having to worry about too much. And
now they have to worry about getting sick, because that's I know a lot of people
I
know a lot of people that work, like my wife's mom. She worked in school offices, and my aunt worked in school offices, and these motherfuckers were always sick.
Yeah. Like, it's
always sick.
I mean, imagine a classroom of 4th graders and a teacher trying to teach even 15 to 20 4th graders, while also making sure they don't play with their masks and don't touch this and don't touch that. Like, it's an, what I'm saying.
I always I always play with that, like, idea of going back to school and trying to become a teacher. Like, I still toss up that kind of thought to this day. I'm like, because the thing is too, there's a lot of people that are not impacted, man, and usually the impact happens kind of when you're young, and just trying to impact the youth, so that way
we've spoken on that before though, right? Because, like, we've spoken on how, like, the ratio of what our teachers were growing up, as far as ethnicities and genders and whatnot. Yeah, was, like, totally skewed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had one male teacher my whole elementary school, but I only had one black teacher my whole elementary and high school, and I believe college I might have had 2. So it's like, three black teachers during that whole time, through like 15, 16, 17 years of education. Wow.
It's fucked up.
You're like, okay, that's fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is fucked up.
That's why, you know what? Hey, all right, so this is off the top, because I was gonna say that's why people need to, like, let kids know, what they can really become, but we got to be able to see it, So if I saw more black teachers, and I thought I really wanted to be a teacher for a while, but if I would have saw that, it would have pushed it something. But this is kind of off topic.
Yeah.
Kind of off topic. But I was trying to tell a group of fam last weekend, or 2 weeks ago, whatever, that I felt that we should make sure kids believe they should be astronauts.
Yeah,
right.
I'm with it. But that's the thing. Like, teachers should have that distilled in kids, because teachers are just teaching you the subject. They should also be reminding you, like, what, you could do whatever the fuck you want.
You know what, they should, but, like, in a society, those teachers are getting paid well, where they're secure and they're doing this because they care about these kids. So it's like,
it shouldn't be about the money, or should it?
It's not about the money. It's about the comfort of living, right? So even if they didn't get paid at all, but if teachers got free apartments and free groceries, and, like, okay. If they didn't get paid, if they got paid $100 a week, but they got free apartments and free gross, if they compensate them for all their living expenses, and you're like, so we're gonna pay you minimum. That's gonna be your going out money. But everything you actually, like bills, no cable, internet, that's all taken care of. We're paying for everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, so it's just different ways society's set up where it's like they make you pay for it, but then they don't give you enough money to pay for it. So you're just disgruntled and you can't get, it's weird.
Yeah.
But.
Dude, let's do it, man. Let's become teachers, dog. Think about it. Hey, think about it. Like, a perfect time to be a teacher, I think, is older because we're well experienced. We're the kind of people that we could talk to the youth and they'll grab us. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of teacher? What kind of teacher you trying to be? This man
said, they need people teachers. Like us, man.
He said, let's become teachers. Like it's ordained ministry. We can just go online and send our check in. Let's become teachers, bro. I know a program. I know somebody.
Yeah, but teachers. Teach. I don't know.
What would you want to teach though? Realistically, if you were to become a teacher, if you actually were like, I do want to become a teacher. What would you want to like
teach?
This is what I want to teach, or this is the age group I want to teach, subject, whatever it may be.
I would want to teach.
What do you?
I would want to teach 6th, 7th, and 8th graders philosophy.
6th, 7th, and 8th graders philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's what I want to do. That's exactly.
So you want to only be the philosophy teacher for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders? Is my understanding.
I would like to teach philosophy at that age group, even up to high school. I would do high school.
So most likely you would have because
I suck at math.
Outdoor session. You would have you wouldn't be in the classroom. You wouldn't be at a school.
Yeah,
you'd be at the YMCA or the Park District holding the philosophy class.
Yeah, something like that.
For an hour and a half whatever day it is.
No, but I would like to do that in grammar schools. Like I would like for that to be like a thing, an
actual course.
Like I would like meditation to be a course lesson. You know what I'm saying? I feel like kids should take a good half hour of meditation, like all the way up to 8th grade. Like, all right, we're gonna take 20 minutes just to sit in silence, clear our minds, breathe, and that's it.
Do you think it's possible though?
I hope.
I'm asking that I'm asking that realistically. Like, do you think that, and because you would have to start that in kindergarten, right? Or because not every parent is going to do that, so it's not a widespread theory. So then kids don't go to kindergarten. Like you go to kindergarten, 1st grade, you're going to get kids that don't meditate. Like, is it possible to sit there and corral kids to try to meditate? Like that might be like an all year. Like what'd you get done this year? We learned how to meditate. It took us the whole year.
Yeah.
That's it.
But
they didn't learn any colors or no colors.
No. It would be like a certain time of the day where I'm like, all right, this is the time when we learn. So it won't be like an all day thing. It would be like, all right, from this time to this time we'll meditate. I'll teach you if you don't. We'll teach you, but you won't. That won't be something you would like fail at either. That'll just be like like lunch, like a lunch period, just to introduce it to them while they're young. You know what I'm saying? And
what age though? What age would you start that at? 6th, 7th, 8th also?
Yeah.
you're looking over at space like
I started her.
I might start with you right now.
No, I already started with her now. Like I sit in silence, and even though she's like not knowing what's going on, I want her to be introduced to it like young. So when she starts being a little bit more conscious as to what I'm doing, like, all right, this is what we're doing. Like introduce it to her young, because I want it to be kind of like second nature when she's older, like brushing her teeth.
Yeah.
Sit for 20 minutes, zen out, and continue on with my day. Yeah. And I feel like kids at school need that. They need to know like different philosophies on life when they're younger, to kind of understand shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of these kids in certain schools are just being molded into some fucking nasty fucks, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's a rough system.
It's a terrible system. So I feel like, kids need, maybe it might not be philosophy. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like they need some other subject to break shit down. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to talk to these young fucking kids, man. And I want to talk to them exactly how I talk to everybody else. Like, you little fucks need to, like, sit down and understand, man, and stop getting so fucking offensive. All these kids get offended, man. Remember this shit when nobody would ever get offended? Like, all these kids get offended now about stupid shit.
And I get it, but I don't want to go back to a time when we didn't get offended.
No, we should get offended.
But
get offended
because all this shit was rampant, running right past our nose. We just couldn't get offended by it. But I agree with you.
But get offended when it's supposed to, like, yo, that ain't cool. Not like on some like, you put mustard on my hot dog. Like, you offended.
Right.
Like, no.
Right. I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you on that shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't fuck with mustard.
See, or get offended if I was to purposely do it. Like, you know, I don't like mustard, and you're putting like, but kids get offended like by accidental shit. Like, is that ketchup on my burger? Like, yo, they didn't know. Chill out. Yeah. You know, like don't.
They didn't know. Chill out.
Yeah, man. But
well, I'm telling you, man. If you go ahead and become a teacher, you let me know, because I will roll in the TV with the DVD player and play Midnight Gospel.
Hey, you heard it here first, man. 2038, 2040, I'll be a teacher. Along with Ira Rockwell, man. We'll be teaching a full class on how to be not stupid.
How to be not stupid. How we got out of the stupid box.
yeah. We're gonna teach that, man. But it was good conversation, man. I enjoyed this.
This is good. Much needed.
Yeah. But that's it, man. This is episode 41. I want to thank the audience again for tuning in. You guys are amazing. My bad about last week. But episode 52, we'll have a guest. Promise. You guys will not be disappointed, man. So that is it, man. Episode 51, and we are out.
Peace.